it's really difficult for me to deal with you because I've known you a long time and you've never finessed like you did today.
Toby Keith was more than a country music star. He was a storyteller, a performer, and a man whose life was full of triumphs, struggles, and surprises. Known for his bold voice, catchy songs, and larger-than-life personality, Toby entertained millions across the world, leaving an indelible mark on country music. But behind the bright lights, sold-out arenas, and chart-topping hits, his life was layered with personal battles, professional challenges, and unexpected discoveries. From feuds with other artists to the highs and lows of his restaurant ventures, and from private health struggles to surprising acts of generosity, Toby Keith's journey offers a glimpse into the resilience and heart of a man who lived fully on his own terms. Early songwriting and passion. Toby Keith's career began with a deep love for songwriting, long before fame brought him recognition. His gift for crafting lyrics allowed him to connect with listeners in a way that felt authentic and relatable. He didn't chase trends or commercial formulas. Instead, he wrote songs that spoke from the heart. This dedication to genuine expression laid the foundation for a career that would span decades. Songwriting gave Toby a voice to share personal experiences, reflections on life, and stories that resonated with everyday people. It wasn't just about entertainment, it was about building connections through music, which would later become a defining aspect of his legacy. Rise to fame. Toby Keith's journey to stardom was marked by bold creativity, hard work, and an unshakable sense of authenticity. From the very beginning, he showed a remarkable ability to capture emotion in his songs, writing lyrics that resonated with real people living real lives. His early performances drew audiences not just for entertainment, but for connection, as fans felt seen and heard through his music. Whether in intimate bars, small festivals, or larger venues, Toby's energy and stage presence quickly became his signature. Audiences admired his passion, his commitment to storytelling, and the honesty woven into every performance. What set Toby apart was his willingness to take risks with his music. He didn't follow trends or try to please every listener. Instead, he trusted his instincts, crafting songs that spoke to pride, courage, and resilience. Fans could sense his sincerity, and that connection allowed him to rise above the crowded field of country music performers. Over time, his reputation grew, and his music became a symbol of confidence and empowerment. Toby Keith's rise to fame was not accidental. It was the result of countless hours of practice, touring, songwriting, and refining his craft, showing that talent paired with dedication can truly make a lasting impact. Early challenges and learning. Even as his career began to gain momentum, Toby faced challenges that shaped him both personally and professionally. The path to success in music is rarely linear, and he encountered moments where audience reception, industry expectations, and personal ambitions collided. Early feedback was not always positive, and there were times when critics questioned his style, lyrics, or choices. Instead of allowing criticism to deter him, Toby used these experiences as opportunities to refine his craft and strengthen his artistic voice. During this period, Toby also learned the value of persistence and consistency. Every performance, whether to a handful of people or a packed audience, offered lessons in timing, audience engagement, and emotional connection. These lessons would later prove invaluable as his career expanded to larger stages and national recognition. He realized that music was not just about fame or commercial success, it was about the ability to touch lives, evoke emotions, and create shared experiences. The challenges he faced early on helped cultivate resilience, discipline, and an understanding that a true artist's journey involves both triumphs and obstacles, often simultaneously. The Dixie Chicks feud. One of the most publicly discussed challenges in Toby Keith's career involved his interaction with the Dixie Chicks. While it began as a disagreement over musical perspectives, the situation quickly evolved into a highly visible debate within the country music world. Toby's music often reflected personal experiences and messages of strength, while the Dixie Chicks approached their critiques from their own artistic lens. What might have been a simple difference of opinion became a catalyst for broader conversations about music, interpretation, and the role of personal expression in art. This experience demonstrated how strongly people can connect to art and how intensely they react when opinions differ. Fans often felt compelled to pick sides, and discussions about the disagreement extended far beyond the music itself, spilling into media coverage and public commentary. For Toby, this episode was an early lesson in navigating fame and the scrutiny that comes with It underscored the importance of staying true to his values, respecting differing viewpoints, and maintaining focus on what mattered most: the music and the messages he wanted to share with the world. Public reaction and media attention. Once the dispute gained attention, media outlets quickly amplified the situation. Newspapers, television programs, and online platforms debated every comment, turning what had been a musical disagreement into a public spectacle. Fans, journalists, and casual observers alike weighed in, often creating heated discussions that highlighted the intensity of people's emotional connection to music. For Toby, this experience was both illuminating and challenging. It revealed how the public can interpret, dissect, and sometimes exaggerate differences of opinion. The widespread attention placed additional pressure on Toby, forcing him to consider how he presented himself and his work. He had to navigate not only fan expectations, but also the scrutiny of media professionals interpreting his every move. Despite this, Toby remained grounded, focusing on his craft rather than the noise. This period reinforced his understanding of fame as a double-edged sword. It could elevate his music and bring joy to millions, but it also required patience, emotional resilience, and a steadfast sense of self in the face of public scrutiny. Standing by his music. Throughout this period of public debate, Toby consistently demonstrated a commitment to his artistic vision. He believed in writing songs that conveyed hope, strength, and authenticity, and he refused to compromise his creative integrity to appease critics. Even when some reactions were harsh or misunderstood, he continued to create music that spoke to the experiences of everyday people, addressing themes of courage, pride, and perseverance. This commitment to authenticity was central to Toby's enduring appeal. Audiences could trust that his songs were genuine, born from personal experiences and heartfelt intention. Maintaining this focus required emotional courage, as public opinion could be both critical and influential. Toby's ability to stay true to his values while navigating external pressures demonstrated a key quality of long-term success in the entertainment industry: resilience rooted in purpose. He modeled for fans and fellow artists alike the importance of belief in oneself, even amid widespread debate and differing perspectives. Songs that sparked conversations. Some of Toby Keith's songs went beyond entertainment to become cultural touchstones. His music often addressed themes that resonated on a national level, prompting conversations about pride, patriotism, and personal resilience. While many listeners embraced these songs for their inspiration and boldness, others interpreted them differently, sparking discussions about intent, meaning, and emotion. Toby's ability to evoke strong emotional reactions illustrated the power of music to unite and challenge audiences simultaneously. These conversations reinforce the idea that art is never experienced in isolation. Every listener brings their own perspective, context, and emotional framework. For Toby, these moments offered insight into the depth of connection possible through music, as well as the responsibility inherent in creating works that could touch so many lives. They showcased his understanding of music as both a personal expression and a communal experience, further cementing his role as a significant figure in country music. Navigating emotional pressure. As Toby's career gained visibility, he learned to navigate the emotional pressures that accompanied success. The combination of public attention, fan expectations, media scrutiny, and critical feedback created a complex environment that required emotional intelligence and patience. Toby recognized that maintaining composure, focus, and clarity of purpose was essential to sustaining both his personal well-being and his professional growth. He also learned the importance of balancing his public persona with private reflection. While performing, signing autographs, and interacting with fans, Toby maintained a strong and confident exterior. Behind the scenes, he processed emotions, considered perspectives, and managed stress in ways that allowed him to remain resilient and centered. This ability to navigate pressure was a hallmark of his character, enabling him to thrive despite the intense attention and occasional controversies that accompanied his success. Expanding beyond music. Toby Keith's ambitions extended beyond the stage and studio, leading him to explore business ventures that aligned with his personal brand and vision. His restaurant chain, I Love This Bar and Grill, became a space where fans could connect with his music in a tangible, communal environment. The establishments combined dining, entertainment, and hospitality, reflecting Toby's commitment to creating experiences that were both enjoyable and meaningful. Managing multiple business ventures introduced a new set of challenges, from operational logistics to team management. Toby approached these responsibilities with the same dedication and attention to detail that he applied to his music. By remaining involved and informed, he ensured that his business ventures reflected his values and standards. These experiences expanded his skill set, offering lessons in leadership, collaboration, and problem solving that complemented his artistic achievements. Challenges in the restaurant business. Despite initial success, Toby's restaurants faced unforeseen challenges. Locations sometimes closed due to logistical or financial complications, and operational issues occasionally disrupted service. While Toby was not involved in every day-to-day decision, the public associated his name with each outcome, adding pressure to maintain reputation and credibility. Navigating these challenges required careful management, communication, and patience. Toby worked with partners, managers, and employees to address problems constructively, maintaining focus on solutions rather than blame. This period highlighted the complexities of managing a public-facing business, where perception often carries as much weight as reality. Toby's measured response reflected a deep sense of responsibility, illustrating that leadership extends beyond visible success to include problem-solving, empathy, and accountability. Health challenges. Parallel to public and business pressures, Toby experienced personal health challenges that required attention and resilience. Initially subtle, the symptoms gradually revealed a deeper need for care and reflection. Balancing the demands of performing, managing business ventures, and personal well-being required extraordinary focus and determination. Toby approached his health challenges privately, leaning on medical expertise, family, and trusted friends for guidance. He continued to perform and create music, using his art as a source of comfort and motivation. This experience underscored the human side of life in the spotlight. Behind the fame, performers face the same vulnerabilities and uncertainties as anyone else. Toby's approach to health demonstrated the importance of prioritizing self-care, patience, and emotional resilience, even while navigating high-pressure public responsibilities. Managing reputation and professional integrity. As his career expanded, Toby faced challenges related to contracts, partnerships, and public perception. These professional pressures demanded careful attention, ethical decision-making, and clear communication. Misunderstandings and disputes sometimes arose, requiring diplomacy and thoughtful intervention. Toby consistently approached these challenges with integrity, focusing on solutions rather than confrontation. He recognized that reputation is a long-term asset, built on trust, consistency, and ethical behavior. By prioritizing professionalism and fairness, Toby maintained credibility among fans, partners, and peers, reinforcing the idea that true success combines talent with character, accountability, and the ability to navigate complex situations thoughtfully. Private generosity and hidden acts. Beyond public achievements, Toby Keith engaged in quiet acts of generosity that few witnessed during his lifetime. These gestures, including charitable donations, gifts, and letters of encouragement, demonstrated his deep empathy and desire to positively impact the lives of others. Toby's generosity was often unpublicized, reflecting a character rooted in humility and kindness rather than recognition or praise. These private contributions revealed a dimension of Toby's life that complemented his public persona. While many knew him as bold and confident, his hidden acts of generosity reflected thoughtfulness, compassion, and a commitment to giving back. Fans and peers later came to appreciate these quiet contributions, highlighting the profound effect one individual can have on the lives of many through small, intentional acts of care and support. Personal journals and reflections. Toby's personal journals offered an intimate window into his life, documenting reflections on career, relationships, and personal growth. Through his writing, he explored challenges, victories, fears, and aspirations, revealing a man who balanced public confidence with private introspection. These journals demonstrated Toby's thoughtful nature and his commitment to self-awareness. They provided a record of his journey, capturing lessons learned, meaningful encounters, and moments of gratitude. For those who later encountered these writings, the journals painted a fuller picture of Toby Keith, showcasing the emotional depth and reflective side of a man known for bold music and charismatic performances. Legacy and lasting influence. Toby Keith's legacy is defined not just by his music, but by the way he lived, faced challenges, and impacted others. His songs, performances, and personal acts of generosity created connections that transcended entertainment, inspiring courage, resilience, and joy. Through both triumphs and struggles, Toby remained authentic, dedicated, and compassionate. He demonstrated that true influence comes from combining talent with heart, perseverance with humility, and public success with private integrity. His story is a testament to the multifaceted nature of life in the spotlight, reminding us that the most remarkable individuals are those who embrace both challenges and opportunities with courage, generosity, and authenticity. Navigating emotional pressure. As Toby's fame grew, so did the emotional weight of being in the public eye. Fans, critics, and media all held expectations for his performances, statements, and business ventures. Carrying this pressure required resilience and inner strength, as every decision and public appearance could trigger reactions and debates. Toby learned to navigate this stress by staying focused on his priorities, maintaining a strong sense of purpose, and leaning on the support of family, friends, and colleagues. These experiences strengthened his character and highlighted the often unseen challenges that accompany fame and influence in the entertainment industry. Business ventures beyond music, Toby expanded into business, notably with his restaurant chain, I Love This Bar and Grill. These establishments were meant to be places of joy, community, and entertainment, reflecting his personal style and connection to fans. The restaurants became popular destinations, combining food, music, and a welcoming atmosphere. However, running multiple businesses introduced new challenges, including management issues, financial complexities, and operational setbacks. These experiences taught Toby valuable lessons in business leadership, responsibility, and problem solving, demonstrating that even successful entertainers must navigate the complexities of entrepreneurship with care and patience. Challenges with the restaurant chain. Despite initial success, Toby faced unexpected difficulties with his restaurant chain. Locations occasionally closed, operational disputes arose, and media coverage highlighted issues beyond his direct control. For Toby, it was frustrating because the problems reflected on his name, reputation, and brand, even when he had limited involvement in day-to-day management. Handling these situations required patience, strategic thinking, and resilience. He remained committed to resolving problems quietly, prioritizing fairness and respect for employees, partners, and fans. Managing reputation and legal issues. Toby's growing name and brand brought new challenges, including contractual disputes, business misunderstandings, and media scrutiny. Navigating these issues required careful attention, measured responses, and maintaining integrity. He faced pressure to manage conflicts while preserving his reputation, demonstrating patience and professionalism even when public narratives misrepresented events. By handling disputes thoughtfully, he maintained credibility and reinforced his personal and professional ethics. This aspect of his career emphasized that fame comes with responsibilities beyond creative work, including managing relationships, agreements, and public perception in a way that honors both personal values and the trust of supporters. Personal journals and reflections. Toby also kept personal journals that offered insight into his thoughts, fears, victories, and daily life. These writings revealed a man who balanced confidence with vulnerability, humor with reflection, and public performance with private contemplation. They contained reflections on his career, personal growth, and meaningful encounters with fans, providing a window into his inner world. These journals emphasized that behind the public figure was a thoughtful, introspective individual who valued relationships, experiences, and the lessons learned from both triumphs and hardships. They demonstrated Toby's desire to document and preserve his personal journey authentically. Legacy and enduring influence. Toby Keith's life illustrates the complexity of fame, the resilience required to face public and private challenges, and the enduring power of music to inspire and connect people. His career spanned decades, touching millions through songs, performances, and personal interactions. The discoveries after his death, including his private acts of generosity and personal reflections, revealed a fuller picture of the man behind the fame, a man of courage, kindness, and dedication. Toby's legacy is not just in his music or restaurants, but in the ways he influenced lives, demonstrated resilience, and lived authentically, leaving a lasting imprint on fans, colleagues,